Hello, in this video I'm going to explain why fixing your driving anxiety with an amateur can actually make it worse. Now what I mean by this is I work with people online all over the world to help them overcome their fear of driving, and I've been professionally trained over the last 2 years, and I've invested a lot of time and money learning how to do this properly. But unfortunately there are people out there who have seen what I'm doing and they're copying me, and they're trying to fix anxiety without having a clue what they're actually doing. And this is why they're making it worse. When you have a problem like anxiety, your mind has to find a solution to it. So let's just say that someone has driving anxiety, and the solution to their anxiety would be simply to change their car. Now I'm not going to go over why that would work or how it would work. It's not that simple. It's a bad example. I'm deliberately giving you a bad example because this is what people do. This is how they get it wrong. Let's just say that for some reason they've got a bad association with that particular vehicle. Maybe someone they knew used to drive with them in that car and that person has passed away or something. And it could be that all they need to do is actually change the vehicle. Again, not the best example, I'm just doing this off the top of my head. But here's the problem. They go to an amateur, and an amateur who doesn't know what they're doing and has just watched a few videos on YouTube and thinks they're an expert on everything, tells them, oh, what about if you change your car? Because they've said that to the person takes it in consciously with their normal everyday conscious mind, and they will reject it because they'll think, nah, that'll never work. Now here's the really interesting thing. That could be the real solution to their problem. That could be the very thing that person needed to do to fix their anxiety. But here is a big problem. Because this wannabe therapist has just had a go, and although they're trying to help, they've actually given the client the solution. Here's what happens. Your mind takes that solution in, analyzes it and says, nah, never going to work, because you've said it to them at the wrong time. They've made more than one mistake here, as any therapist watching this will know. But you don't tell people what the answer is. If I tell you what the answer is to your problem, you'll reject it, because who likes being told what to do? So what happens is, you then can come to a professional therapist like myself. We do it professionally and properly by using hypnosis or other methods. You go into hypnosis and your mind finds this possible solution of, hey, I could maybe get a different car, and then you reject it because the amateur has already told you that solution and your mind rejected it. So now your subconscious will also reject it, and they have made it virtually impossible for you to get over the problem. Now I know that's a little bit complicated. This is not really an easy video to understand, but simply, if somebody tells you the answer to your problem, even if it's correct, they have then spoiled your chances of getting rid of the problem. Because if you tell someone something, let's look at it away from driving, let's make it an easier example. Let's just say, a very silly example, somebody can't find a girlfriend, and they say to you, I've got this problem, I just can't find a girlfriend. Now when you talk to them, you notice that their breath smells terrible. Oh God, their breath stinks. No wonder they can't find a girlfriend. If you just say to them, hey, it's because your breath stinks, they'll reject that idea, and they'll just say, no, it doesn't. What are you talking about? I've never had a problem with my breath. What would happen if instead of telling them they had bad breath, if you said to them, okay, I want you to take this test, and don't tell them what the test is, just get them to blow onto this piece of coloured paper, and the paper turns purple, and then you show them a guide as to what this paper was, and it says it's some kind of breath test, and if it turns purple, it means you've got bad breath. You haven't told them the answer. You've shown them something that's made them think, hey, I've just taken a test and it says I've got bad breath. You haven't told them there's a huge difference. You're allowing them to think about what's going on. You could say to them, I want you to go and ask other people what do they think when they talk to you and get them to be brutally honest. And if several of the people say, oh well, there is something I want to tell you about this, they'll start thinking, hey, actually maybe they're right. You haven't told them you've got bad breath. You've made them think about it, and they've come to that conclusion themselves. There is a subtle but huge difference, and that is why you should not go to an amateur. There are people who have got all the good best intentions in the world, they've got goodwill, they watch YouTube videos, they read books, and they think they know it all, but they don't. And unfortunately, there is a growing number of people out there who think they can help with anxiety, but they can't. And all they're doing is actually making it worse and making it harder for professionals to help you. So that is why you should not go to an amateur for help with the problem. So if you want professional help, you can check out the links to me around this video. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.